What's up and welcome to sunny Jakarta City here in Indonesia. My name's Luke Martin with chopsticktravel.com, and today I am so excited to be making this video. This is gonna be the first video of a series we'll be making here in Jakarta. This is our first time here. We just arrived from Bali yesterday and already I am just loving this place. You can tell that this is a food-oriented city, so we are super pumped. Today we picked out a couple of different things. Right now we're just ordering a Gojek, kind of like an Uber, and we're gonna take that to our first spot for a little bit of breakfast and coffee. So let's go there right now. Just had our first Gojek experience, exact same concept as Uber. It's just the Indonesian version, and they also offer all kinds of different services. You can get, like we got, a car, or you can get a motorcycle. You see these motorcycle Gojek drivers everywhere, and also they order food. So we're at the restaurant now, let's go inside and order up. Okay, we are at the restaurant now. This place is called Sabang 16. It's this really cool kind of old style kopitiam. They serve pretty much just small snacks. It's kind of just like a coffee shop, but I really love the interior. It's really old school style, and we've ordered up their famous dish here. So this is the kaya toast, the Sri Kaya. So I think in Indonesia, I think this is made with the sugar apple. So you can see inside there that jam. So that should be nice and sweet, and then it's on this really crispy toast, and I can just smell butter. And then I've ordered up the kopi, which was served in this really cool dish here with this dripper on top. So you can see they've got the coffee grinds in the top here, and that was dripping away when it was served to me. So I think I can take this off now, and let's give that a little stir. You can see the condensed or the evaporated milk at the bottom there. And let's mix that up nice and good. And I am just starving. Kaya toast is one of my favorite breakfast items in the whole world. So let's break into this guy and try it out. Okay, this Kaya toast feels extremely soft already. I'm just gonna break off a piece here. And actually I'm gonna go for kind of a piece of the back where there's a lot more of that Kaya jam. Let's try that. The bread is quite fluffy, and it's actually not as crispy as I thought. There's only a very small kind of crisp layer on the outside. It's toasted perfectly. And let's chase that with a little bit of this kopi here. Let's try that. Oh yeah. Oh, nice and thick. A little bit kind of acidic, and almost a little bit bitter too. Oh man, this is just like the perfect breakfast, and we just needed to get something in our stomachs today before a long day of exploring Jakarta. Okay, finished off with our breakfast. That was really good. This is such a cool little shop. I definitely recommend you check it out if you're ever in the area. So just ordered another Gojek, and we are going to head to another tourist attraction here in Jakarta. So I'm actually just gonna spin you guys there right now. Welcome to Old Jakarta. So we just took a Gojek to a place called Kota, otherwise known as Old Jakarta, and this is where a lot of the Dutch influence is still retained here in Jakarta. So maybe you can tell right now we are standing on a bridge. This is called the Intan Bridge. It's an old wooden drawbridge built by the Dutch and the last of its kind remaining. So we are just gonna do a little bit of a walk down to the main square here in Old Jakarta and show you guys around before we get something for lunch. We are now in a place called Fatahillah Square. It's an old Dutch square that is the center of Old Jakarta, Kota, and it is pretty well preserved. It really reminds me of Dam Square in Amsterdam, and it's just really vibrant. Everyone's out having a good time. It is a Monday, but it's still quite popular. Everyone's got these really colorful bicycles, and then they're just biking around. But there is supposedly a really good restaurant near here that we came all the way out just to try, so we're just gonna check out the square and then go try that restaurant. So actually on our way to the restaurant, I spotted a guy right here selling something that I really wanted to try. It's called Kerak Telor, and it's almost like a rice omelet, and he's making up right here. You can see, so first he started with some sticky rice and kind of boiled it in a little bit of water and fried it on this frying pan, and then mixed it with a lot of different ingredients, including some fried shallots and then also an egg. And now you can see he's just about to do the final part of the process, which is really interesting. As you just saw, right at the end of the process, he turns the wok actually completely over, so it's right on the bare flame, and then cooks the top of that kind of rice omelet. So we were on our way to a restaurant, but this is something I couldn't pass up because it's not very common. It's not in a restaurant. You need to get it on the street. So there was just a man selling it here, so I didn't want to pass it up. So check this out here. This is the final product, and you can see it is topped with a ton of toasted coconut. There's also some baby shrimp in there, and then some fried shallots, and then the omelet, which is made of egg and rice, sticky rice. So let's kind of break off a piece here and try it out. We are street side. This is really cool. Okay, it smells super smoky. Let's try that. My first time trying Kerak Telor. Oh, it's actually not as crispy as I thought. It's really soft, actually. Really, the dominant flavor there is from that toasted coconut. It's really just a wonderful flavor, but it's also contrasted by a super smokiness from that fire that he's cooking on, the charcoal. It's got a really interesting texture. It almost tastes like a rice cake, but not like a mochi rice cake, because it's not as chewy. It's like halfway between an omelet and a rice cake. It's really interesting. Let's take another bite. I also like it with the shallots on top. It is surprisingly soft and really full of flavor and smoky. And I just love the way that he makes this. Let's take another bite. Oh, the coconut is so full of flavor. I believe traditionally this is made with a duck egg, but I'm pretty sure he used a chicken egg. Really cool though, and such a cool spot right on the side of the street. Finished off with our Kerak Telor. That was really good. We are super lucky to have found that. We were talking to some of the people there, and they said it's not very common whatsoever to find that street food in particular. So now we are continuing on, heading to the restaurant that we initially intended to go to. Okay guys, we are sitting down in the restaurant now. This restaurant is called Padang Merdeka, and they serve Padang food, which is from West Sumatra. And this is going to be my first time trying a lot of these dishes, and as you can see we have a huge spread. Traditionally Padang food is served in these small portions, so you can try all kinds of different things. So let me walk you through all these dishes here. This smells incredible already. First up, we've got the ayam pap, which is a chicken leg that has been steamed and then fried in a little bit of coconut oil, and it's served with a red sauce. Over here we have some ultra spicy looking eggplant. You can see that chili sambal, raw chili sambal on top. Over here we've got some prawns that are also served in a red sauce. And this is potentially the most famous dish in all of Indonesia, the rendang, beef rendang. I can't wait to try that. That looks incredible. Up here we've got a jengkol, which are these beans underneath here, and they are also served in, it looks like the same rendang sauce. So it's pretty common that in Padang restaurants they will kind of stack these up on top of each other. So I'll move that one out of the way so I can show you what's behind here. So here we've got the gulai nangka, which is a jackfruit curry. So you can see this is actually jackfruit. It almost looks like chicken or even lamb. That looks really good. Over here we've got some vegetables topped with some garlic and also in like a little bit of a sauce and an oil. And then back here, one of the most famous things in Padang is the Padang satay. So these are satay, beef satay, made with beef tongue and other parts of the beef, but not really the prime cuts of meat, and then topped in that famous Padang style satay sauce. And then over here, this is called dendeng, and it is like a beef jerky. So it's like a hard, dried beef. And then this one has been topped in a green chili sambal, so also looks super spicy. But man, oh man, this is gonna be a good meal, so let's dig into this. Okay, I'm gonna start with this jackfruit curry. It looks like a thick, probably coconut milk base, and then big chunks of jackfruit. Put that over here onto some rice, and let's try that out. This is gonna be interesting. I've never had a jackfruit curry before. Wow. Wow, that's really, really soft and really strong coconut flavor. A little bit spicy, but definitely not overpowering whatsoever. Man, the texture of that jackfruit is ridiculously soft, almost mushy. Okay, I'm gonna try this ayam pop next, this chicken. Kind of tear a piece off here and then dip it in this red sauce. That looks awesome. Okay, let's try that. Also very good. Oh, that red sauce is actually quite sweet, but it is very spicy. And that chicken, nice and tender. Even though it's kind of shallow fried in oil, it's not crispy on the outside, but it's very succulent meat. Next up, we're gonna try the satay Padang. So you can see this is just completely smothered in sauce, and there's some fried shallots on there. This should be beef tongue, I believe. Oh, wow. That is surprisingly tender. Oh man. That is so smoky, ridiculously smoky. And that sauce, I think there's a little bit of like maybe pineapple or some fruit in it, because it has a little bit of a sour fruitiness to it. It's not like a peanut-based satay sauce, which is common here in Jakarta. This is totally different, and that is really, really good too. Next up, we're gonna try the jengkol bean here, topped with a ton of sauce. Almost looks like chocolate, and I'm definitely gonna put that on a little bit of rice. Maybe break this guy in half. It's a pretty big bean. Break that in half. A little bit of rice. Try it. Wow. Wow. That is very unique. The sauce on top is a little bit sour, and it's also a little bit sweet. The bean has a really interesting texture. It's almost a little bit chewy. It's almost like a jerky, where it's got a little bit of a bite to it. Wow, that is very unique. I can't really taste the bean on its own because it's so overpowered by the sauce that's on top, but that is also very good. Next up, we've got the most famous of all the dishes, and that is the beef rendang. So there's a big chunk of beef here. I'm gonna break into that. Try to rip off a piece here. Oh, that feels pretty firm actually, really firm. Let me try to break a piece of that. There we go. Okay, let's take this, some sauce, put it on rice. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, that's delicious. There's so much coconut in that sauce. That beef is surprisingly firm but it's really absorbed the flavors of that rendang sauce. They cook it for up to 6 hours sometimes, and there's almost a little bit of a sourness in there. There's definitely some lemongrass in it as well. It's really flavorful, like that's a flavor bomb. Surprisingly though, beef is really firm. I was expecting it to be a little bit more tender, but nevertheless, that's still delicious. Next up, we're gonna try the rendang, which is this dried beef topped with some green sambal. And this looks like it's gonna be really spicy. I'm gonna go in by itself. You can already tell that that's gonna be like a beef jerky almost. It's actually not as spicy as I thought. It is quite chewy. Like any beef jerky, it's got a lot of chew to it, but that is surprisingly flavorful. It's not that salty. And the green chili on top has almost a little bit of a sweetness to it, but it's starting to build in spice. I can feel my face starting to sweat a little bit. These dishes are all incredible. We ordered 9 different dishes, and we pale in comparison to some of the people in here who are also only dining 2 people, but ordering up to 15, 20 dishes. Yeah, you can just have a feast at these Padang style restaurants. This one is a modern style restaurant, but still the food here is very high quality and delicious. Yeah, this makes me really want to go to Padang, so I think we're gonna have to plan a trip there very soon. All right, we are finished with our Padang meal. That was incredible. The flavors are just so vibrant and so powerful. So we are pretty full after that. That was a meal you definitely want to go into hungry. So we are going to get another Gojek back to our Airbnb, take a little break before we head out to the Passer Ikan, the fish market, tonight. Alright, just finished off taking a little break from the hot Jakarta sun, and we are ready to go out for dinner. So it is about 4 p.m. right now, and we are heading to a place called Passer Ikan Muara Angke, and that is a fish market in northern Jakarta, right on the ocean. So we are definitely going to be eating some seafood. We're gonna catch another Gojek, but this time I think we're gonna try to take a Gojek motorcycle. So we'll have to get 2, one for me and one for Sabrina. Should be pretty fun, and then we'll make our way to the fish market. So let's go. That was quite the ride. I don't know if I should recommend ever taking a motorcycle through the streets of Jakarta, but it certainly is an experience. Sabrina and I got a little bit separated from each other
for a long time.
For a long time, so we're back together. No problems. We're at the fish market now. This is called Passer Ikan Muara Angke, and we're gonna go inside and check it out. And there is a ton of restaurants serving Ikan Bakar, which we want to eat, but first we're gonna check out the inside of the market. So let's go there right now. Bamboo. Yeah, it looks like bamboo. Okay, thank you. So we are standing on top of these stairs overlooking the market here. You can see this is just gigantic. And this is more of like a wholesale than retail fish market. There's all kinds of different seafoods in here. It smells like a fish market, it looks like a fish market, but this is seriously traditional and as local as it gets. You can really see the way of life for a lot of people that live here in Jakarta. This is an amazing Indonesian fish market experience. We're not gonna be eating in here, but the restaurants are pretty close to here. So we're just gonna take a little walk through, check it out, and then we're gonna go eat. Nice, big, nice.
One kilo. Piting.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sotong, yeah.
piting.
No.
Rajungan.
No. Just sotong.
Yes.
Okay. So we are inside the Ikan Bakar restaurant. It's almost like a hawker center. There's a lot of different places selling the same thing. We ordered up a pomfret fish and also squid. And Ikan Bakar just means burnt fish. So as you can see right here, they are burning those fish, grilling them on a hot charcoal. And this whole kind of house that we're in is just completely filled with smoke. It smells really good. They're actually using coconut husk as the main fuel to cook the fish, so that's really cool. Okay, so our Ikan Bakar is finished. We have ordered up, as I mentioned, the pomfret fish, which we've got right here, and also, terima kasih, also some sotong or squid. So we've got these squid here. We ordered up a lot of these squid. You can see they've been like skewered and then grilled. Everything is burnt on that hot grill that he's cooking with charcoal and also coconut husks. And then over here, yeah, we've got our pomfret fish with a couple of calamansi. I'll just squeeze a little bit of that on. Oh yeah, this just smells so smoky and good. And then here we've got some nasi rice. We've got a sambal sauce over here. And then some other different condiments over here. We've got some onions, and this is like a sweet, thick soy sauce with tomatoes and onions and chilies. And this just smells incredible. So definitely gonna put some more calamansi on top of all of this, and then it's time to dig in. Just gonna wash my hands off first. So they give you a little metal bowl full of some water to wash your hands, and I'm gonna go in for the sotong, the squid first. And these are so hot. I'm just gonna try to peel one of these guys off the skewer if I can without burning myself. Oh man, that is hot. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then put this over my rice, and definitely mix a little bit of sambal in as well. Put a little bit of sambal on top of that. That should be good. And let's wait for that to cool off in a minute, and then I'll try it. So these are just little one-biter squids, and you can see it is completely burnt on the exterior. We've got some sambal on there, and yeah, this is just a single guy. Oh, that's so smoky, just with a little rice. That sambal isn't very spicy. It's actually just a little bit sweet. You can definitely taste that calamansi, almost like lime juice, very sour. And that squid has a bite to it. It's not as tender as I'd hoped, but it's got that smoky bakar flavor to it. Really good. Next up, we're gonna try the Ikan Bakar, the burnt pomfret fish, and try to get some skin and some meat there. And let's put that on the rice. Actually, maybe I'll just try it by itself first. Oh, that's really nice. The skin is nice and crispy, but the flesh is extremely soft. He also kind of periodically doused it in a mixture of spices. I think it's probably a little bit of oil and a little bit of turmeric and all kinds of different spices in there, and you can definitely taste that coming through. It's almost got like a little bit of a lemony to it. There might be some lemongrass in it as well. Let's try another bite. Oh man, That's really good. That is some tasty bakar, ikan bakar. Let's try that. Oh yeah. You can definitely taste that's a fresh fish. It doesn't get much fresher than right out of the fish market. Okay, finished off with our Ikan Bakar. That was really good, super smoky and full of flavor, and really cool spot right inside the fish market. So we are on our way out now. We are in Jakarta for 3 more days, so make sure you stay tuned. There is a lot of food to eat here. This city is just absolutely incredible. We are loving it so far. So leave me any comments down below. I'll also put the information for all of the restaurants we visited today in the description box. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this and hit the like button, and we'll see you guys tomorrow from Jakarta. Bye.